Howdy folks, Key of W here, Blueprints here, yay! Okay, so our allowance should be a lot higher now. It's at 8, which is pretty good from the more Ajay game we played in the closed exhibit yesterday. We also have drained the fountain, so now we can get into the basement if we get the basement key. So today's goal, if we can pull it off, we're going to get to the antechamber, we're going to come all the way back out, we're going to go down the fountain, we're going to open the door, we're going to see what we can find, and if we're lucky, we find the north lever, we come all the way back up, and we go in that way. Yeah, we're dependent on a bit of luck. Let's draft some rooms and see if we get something useful. Let's put the dead end here. Can I see the items from here? I see a gem and a die. That's really good. I mean, I'm going to have to come in here and get them anyway. Let's grab them now. Let's see what we can make on the side. I want a den somewhere, potentially a hallway. I'll get a key eventually. Not worried about that. And a reading nook. So this is how we're going to set ourselves up. We're going to go this way first. But until then, I'm going to draft an outdoor room. And a tomb would be nice as well, because there's also a tomb entrance to the underground. But we might still need the basement key, so I'm not going to depend on that. I could also re-roll till I get the tomb, but I got the tomb. So we're taking it. We haven't drafted it yet. The special ability of the tomb is that every time we draft a dead end, there will be 5 more coins in here. But I've never really made a lot of financial use of that because it requires... Oh, I want the candle lighter here. I definitely want that. Anyway, I haven't made use of the money stuff because you have to make the trek back here every time. So unless you had a lot of steps... Oh, we got a statue. Oh, a statue of the chimney sweep. And of the pitchfork lady. Huh. Open only in the event of my death. Simon, so here's where it all ends, at least for me. And of all the picturesque places of this grand estate, I chose this dreary, dank dungeon to be laid to rest, and that same dim, somber fate fell upon my father, and his father before him, who loved the outdoors even more than myself. They say there is no stronger bond of servitude than tradition, and family tradition, thrice as strong. These are chains that seldom bend and never break, and I do wonder what plans and prospects of yours will be sacrificed upon the family font of convention. What biography of your own will you forsake to add another page to your father's memories, or your mother's, or mine? In our youth, we are gifted with dreams and ambitions. At our death, we are left with realities and regrets. I think there is no greater sin than to perpetuate tradition that stagnates growth, that strangles purpose, that suffocates dreams. What point is there to live another's life for the sake of our own? Oh, how I wish to have been buried underneath the great oak, overlooking the plains, the wondrous woods, and the worldly mountains, and the wild holly that surrounds that trunk, a perpetual token of sympathy laid across my grave. What dreadful tradition is it that dumped me in this sunless hollow? And if by morbid example this dark crypt makes any impression whatsoever on you, if reading this letter within these damp halls plants in you a seed of hope, if these words might grant you strength to bend, if not break these chains, then would I cherish this tomb more than oak, and sycamore, and spruce, more than the wondrous woods and worldly mountains. This cold stone room would become the most cherished place in all our domain. I would have you raise a shrine upon this spot to commemorate the moment of your liberty, to treat this sepulchre as hallowed ground, to realize that grand gestures can be as effective as they are theatric, and to in turn, as recompense for the freedom thus granted you, commit yourself to be buried here within this mausoleum of dreams, and when the day comes to write your own letter, to inspire the next generation that follows in our footsteps. As is tradition, Herbert S. Sinclair. Huh. Curious. He's definitely wishing good things for us, but he's saying, like, it's terrible to be buried here, I want it to be buried elsewhere, but if we make something of ourselves, then this place will have a different meaning? But I'm not sure what that means. It could be another puzzle or trick. That looks like something I can press, but no, I cannot. Oh, maybe if I had the power hammer? I don't know. Another statue. That's the one with the pizza peel. Oh, I can... Huh. More candles. Yeah, I need to come here with the candle maker. So I would need the metal detector and the magnifying glass, I think, for that. Candles. Yeah, I need to do that. This is Rinna, the chick with the hoe. This is Orinda, the scepter. Each of our journeys come to a conclusion here in the tomb. This floor plan is the definitive dead end. Or is it? Apparently I get that. This is suspicious. Can I light... maybe I could light these? It looks like I have all of the... oh, I could dig there. I have all of the angels that were in the chapel. And if you remember from the chapel, they all had numbers under them. So maybe I can pull on them in the order I saw them. So Rinna was first. Second was the pizza peel lady, the chef. Third was the pitchfork lady, I think. I think third was pitchfork. Fourth was the chimney sweep. Fifth was Mila the maid. And there's the broom I can see from far away. Sixth was whoever had the riding crop, and seventh was Orinda. Well, that did work some. Oh, dang. So we got kind of fortunate in that we noticed the chapel stuff and paid attention to it before we found the tomb. My first playthrough went the other way around, so I actually took a lot longer to get a second tomb in order to come down here. Is that true? I feel like on my first playthrough, I actually opened up the tomb shortcut pretty early. I might have actually done it before day 11. So this is definitely the tomb entrance to the underground. Just seeing if they hid something behind those. That'd be devious. They want me to go this way? It's a dead end, so no thank you. Underground map, there's still some stuff missing. This is how we broke in with the power hammer. This is the fountain entrance. This is the torch room. And I think we're up here. And I can totally just pull this guy. On my first playthrough, I wondered why, after doing the puzzle to solve this, you have to also pull this lever, and it's because it's possible to get down here by other means, and so the door needs to not be accessible from this side. Oh, so here's the minecart. Oh, so this is going to be the minecart that we read about way back when we opened the Gemstone Cavern. They were talking how there was a minecart on a short track that was too hard to move. It's this one, because we're able to move it now. Before I do that, let's continue down this way. This is something. Here's more of this thing. Jill Point's dreams. Okay. We get an upgrade disc, so let's make sure we make a computer room today. And then, yeah, we want more candles. Okay. We want more. We have more candles. We want the thing that lights them. That's just going to be how it goes. So I'm going to look for those items today and make a workshop. There's no guarantee, because the workshop is, in fact, pretty rare. According to the map, this is going to take us out to where the fountain is, yep, which is drained. And that's the door. So if we got the basement key, we could come in this way, which leads us over here. Now this is the reservoir, which is something from the pump room. So if we drain it just a little bit, we can get onto that boat. So maybe if we do the pump room today, we're going to drain it. Now it only looks like it needs a tiny drain, so I would probably just remove one from there. That'll be a bit of a puzzle to get just one piece out, but we can try. Okay. So here we can go... Oh, so what this can do, we can grab this. If we pull this minecart all the way back, and then we enter from the basement side, we can enter this path and that path over there at the same day. Now, is this set up the way I want it? Yes, it is, because I did the work a couple days ago to get this, and hopefully this is where we want to go. I have to do a bit of spinning. Alrighty, this just spins it back again. Alright, we got a new area. Let's see what we got. There's a pathway off here. Here's what we saw a couple days back in the drawing. This is connected to the boiler room. We know that because of the drawing. We could also perhaps guess it because it looks a lot like the red box in the boiler room. But if we draft a boiler room and power up that red box and then come down here, something should happen here. That's never happening. Cool view. It's happening! It's happening! I'm glad this door's not locked, because this would really suck. Oh man, here it is. This is it, the north lever. Oh, this could be the day. Of course, now we need to get to the antechamber and pull one of the levers. So there is that. I think what I want most of all is to get the secret garden key. Hold on, this is interesting. Bin Nevarai. Ovin Nevarai. Huh. But yeah, I guess it's possible to open the north lever without getting a basement key, so we did it. That's going to save us quite a bit of time. Alright. Just out of curiosity, I'm going to see if that dead end has anything in it, because it's the only spot on this clockwise, or this clock wheel, that we haven't touched. It's the only spot we haven't been on. Yeah, because these two edges we've been to, we've also been to there. We've been there now, here, and there. Yeah, this is the only spot we haven't seen. And it looks like a dead end. Check it out. But it is not. Of course it's not. That would be too easy. Foreman's log. After almost 3 years in the tunnels, SNR has informed me that we will be closing up the site in June. It has been a somewhat bittersweet experience working on such a historically significant excavation over the past 30-odd months, yet being unable to share any of that work with the world. Maybe one day. Still, there is a significant amount of work that is yet to be done, and it is vitally important that we conclude our efforts in the main cavern and reinforce the structural integrity of the site before we seal the tunnels next month. It may be many generations before they are reopened. Okay, that's just saying this place was closed. Is there anything I don't think there's anything I can take here. That'd be too easy. Alright, and this takes us out to the hallway we just came from. So basically it means we can get to the north lever now without having to turn the wheel. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to pull this. Because what it means is if I draft the tomb or come through the door of the fountain, all I got to do is grab this cart, push it forward, and then go to the north lever. But if I come through the basement, now I can come through this track and it'll be fine. No matter which entrance I come in, I can do the north lever. So if I don't succeed today, I can succeed any other day from any other route. That's my plan. Because that's the thing is, now we basically have a free shot to the north lever every single day. But we still have to get to the antechamber and open it every single day, which is going to be not guaranteed. I think on the first playthrough I did, I actually opened the north door a day and then didn't make it to the antechamber. Getting both to happen was a little bit of luck. But we have pretty good chance of messing with that luck. Let's head this way first for the key and the library. We still have the Blessing of the High Roller, yep, so we got one more day of that. Book Request Form. So we read this, we read these. Let's read The History of Orindia by Caleb Manning next time we get this library, which is going to be easy to do since we have a reading nook. That's tempting, but it makes a dead end. I don't... Oh, all of these are... I'm going to redraw and hope for... Yeah, that's better. This is better. I'm going to take the aquarium. It counts as a shop room, so it gives us our die back. Let's get a dead end here that I want to get out of my way. This might be good because of the steps, but I want to keep my gems, so I'm going to do the storeroom here. This music is loud. Music! Shut up! Alright, see what I can get here. And there's someone mowing the lawn right outside my window. Stop! Okay, we're going to take the den. We want to make a lot of passageways. We want to be able to get a room that we want. And the secret garden can only be on the edges, so I want to make sure that I leave myself space. But I could also do Great Hall. Great Hall is also a route. This is what I'm going to be taking here. And then I think I'm going to take the nursery here. Uses up a gem, but hopefully there's a gem in here. There is not, but I'm going to get my steps back. And now I've set myself up for some bedroom plans. I'm going to leave this door for now. I'm going to go the other side. Oh, that's tempting. That's so tempting. But if I open the trunk, I only have one key left. And there's a trunk in here. But I will be coming back this way. So I'm going to come back and get the trunk then. Yeah, I think it's... If you pull the north lever, I think it starts playing this music, and it is... It's exciting, but it is quite omnipresent. So let's get this. I'm going to open this one. Hopefully it's got keys. Key card is even better, because I can turn the security way up. And a gem. This should be a dead end, I think. That's a tempting dead end. You may spend gems, and I get a gem because there is a safe in here. So let's make this dead end. Maybe there's also items. Doesn't look like it. I can spin the globe for funsies. This is the one that's December 8th. Alright. 5 gems. Good start. Yes, the parlor would have given me 2, but I'd prefer to use up a dead end here. Now I want to turn left, so pantry is the way to go. I'm kind of excited. I could win the game today. I just have to get a little bit lucky. I got to turn to the right. Bedroom. I'm going to get a lot of steps for this. And I get a key. Very happy for that. I could wine cellar, which is going to give me the gems I need to do a lot of stuff. But I'd have to go through here, and it would have to be a couple lucky draws. Or I could commissary and hope for other... I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna absolutely just 100% risk this. Because now I have gems to draft whatever room I want, and I have gems to redraw until I get rooms I want. So this could be how we get the Great Hall and other things like that. So I want a good hallway here. Security is actually what I want because it's going to give me the option to turn up the security and, of course, insert a upgrade disc. Let's see what room we get. Storeroom. Okay, this is good. Storeroom, 2 keys, 2 gems, or 10 coins. Now, my first playthrough, I saw those 10 coins and I said, that is the biggest leap. I'm obviously taking that. But look at what we got up there. We have 2 keys, 7 gems, and 23 coins. We start every day with 8 coins. And it's possible to increase our allowance further. This 10 coin thing is going to be less and less attractive every day, whereas 2 keys or 2 gems is very attractive. So I would choose between one of these two. And I think here I've got plenty of gem options. I feel like taking a 2 key option, right? I don't know. Gems really are valuable though. And there's other ways to use keys. Honestly, I think it's 50-50 on this, and there are times when I want one or the other. But I think I'm going to take the 2 keys, or 2 gems. That's what I'm looking at. Because the thing is, I rarely need 2 keys at once, but there are times when I want multiple gems at the same time. So we're going to open up as much as we can here. I don't really like this. I don't like the turning. So I'm going to redraw with the die. Get some money. I'm going to take the corridor here, not the archives. Screw you, archives. It's too early to tank the run. We're going to not use the key yet. I am hoping to get lucky with some key placement. It's going to be rough, but I'm hoping we can do it. This is bad all around. This is good for steps, but I would then be forced again up here. So I'm going to redraw floor plans and hope for something good. And I did not get it. I'm going to spend another gem. This is not great. This is better. And in fact, this might be the best option. Because now I can get this out to a hallway, which is going to have a lot of doors. Bedroom's going to give me steps, but it's probably going to be a dead end. Red room, kill yourself. Shop, I don't want. Green room is potentially good too. It'd probably be a courtyard from a green room, but this could be a passageway. And it would cost a bunch of gems, but I'm hoping I could get them back. Oh. Okay. I want all of them. Passageway I want for the space to go. Foyer I want because then if I draw the Great Hall, it's unlocked. But if I draw the foyer, I might not ever get the Great Hall. However, I can redraw to get either one of these using gems. But I would have to find... The thing of this, if I get this without getting the foyer, I can't go anywhere because I don't have any keys. I only have 2 keys. So this might be the way to go, and then find the Great Hall later. I think this is the way to go. Anything hidden on the floor, sometimes they do that. Okay. Commissary would be really great right about now. This is the only way to continue. Commissary would be really great right about now. Anything to buy stuff. The pool I don't need, but it is the only way forward. If I redraw, I spend the gem anyway. So now I'm hurting for gems. This is a little scary. Commissary is going to let me buy things. A gem is a potential buy, but I really want keys. I still need a Great Hall. Won't happen here. This gets rid of my gems, but it gives me keys, but I already have a way to get them. We're going to parlor up, get the gems, and then get our keys from the billiard room. Both doors will lead to the same place, which is not my favorite thing to do, but I'm kind of strapped right now. I gotta just take what I got. The white box does not have a statement, so this is true. This has no statement, therefore this is false. The gems are in a box with a statement. They are not in a box with a statement. They have to be in this box. Cool. Let's grab our keys from the billiard room. Maybe a special key, like a secret garden key is in here. That's possible. 6, easy. 16 plus 1 is 17, minus 15 is 2. 11, 3 and 6 makes 20, minus 18 makes 2, times 3 is 6. 30 minus 18 is 12, divided by 2 is 6, divided by 6 is 1. 2 keys is acceptable, I accept. Okay, now where is this going to go? Chapel is fine. Drawing room costs one of those precious gems. However, we now have unlocked the safe in the drawing room, so we can get our gem back, and we have free redraws without spending gems. Maybe I can get my Great Hall. This is 0415. Oh, yeah. Give me Great Hall. These are okay rooms, but we're going to draft looking for that Great Hall. This has a lot of exits, but this, it costs a gem. But I'm going to get more keys in the house, which is a good thing to have. Okay, I'm going to need to do that. Vault is really fun, but no. Give me the Great Hall. How dare you not give me the Great Hall? I can also buy keys. I cannot buy gems, though, and that is a shame, so none of that's happening. We're going to gymnasium it, and that sucks. Do I want to start going back this way? I might want to start trying to find a way through here and looking for those keys that have been spread. I don't have a conference room, so I got to find them individually. I think... No, if I go this way, what is it doing for me? Maybe I can make a route back through here and forward. Alright, let's try the locker room. Not the locker room, the gymnasium. I'm silly. Oh. They're both locked. I hate that. I hate that so much. Alright, let's try this one being locked. Chapel's okay. I have so much money. And let's see if I can get a passage back. So many things need keys. I do not like that at all right now. I need to get the keys up before anything can happen. This is an okay use of a gem because I could get stuff back. I forget what I get for 4. I think I get a gem back for this. Yeah, I get one of my gems back. So it's a free room. Now I want this to go straight. Be nice. Dark room's okay. I don't mind that the lights go out. This security now doesn't cost a key. Let's see if there's a key in the room that has been spread here. If so, it is well hidden. Metal detector would be great right about now. And now I don't want to open the chest because I'll lose my last key. I need to be finding the keys. Okay, this is starting to scare me. I need to get my things. I need to get items. I need to find the Great Hall. Spreading key. I'm just looking on the floor. Did the keys spread to the floors? Usually when items spread, they go to places that are really easy to see. They don't just go random spots on the floor, but you never know. Nothing's in there. Nothing's in here. Is there a key in there? It doesn't look like it. This locker room either has not spread keys to any of the places I've gone, or they're very well hidden. Come on, man. The whole point of doing the locker room is so I could find more keys. No, I went the wrong way. But there's also no keys here. Yeah, it's kind of looking like I'm not going to get there today. Oh, no, there's one here. Okay. Oh boy, I'm very low on steps as well. So I could use a room that gives me steps. So a bedroom would be nice. We're going to open this now with the spare key we have and hope that it has keys inside. Gems are also acceptable because I can make a room that gives me loads of stuff. So let's draft some rooms out of here, see what I get. Not using my key on that. Okay, at this point, we need a miracle. We need a miracle to make this day work. Like, literally a miracle. This needs to be a dining room sort of miracle. If this is a dining room, then we're good. None of these work. In fact, I have to do this till we get a dining room. Yeah, let's take the weight room. This, yeah, it's not going to happen. Also, we have to go through every last one of these. Yeah, it didn't happen. So this will give us some of our steps back. And then we would have to get lucky with another draw. And we've also blocked ourselves off. We can no longer get there. So yeah, that is the end of the run, I think. Yep, there's nowhere else to go. So the good news is tomorrow we don't need a tomb. We also don't need the fountain to be full, so we can just go down to the basement and pull the north lever from there, and that can lead us to the win, I think. But we need to get lucky. We still do. There are ways to improve our luck, because right now the only ways we can get in is we need to get the Great Hall, which never showed up except in a place when I didn't have enough keys to really use it. I was thinking if I get the foyer and then I do my rerolls, that Great Hall will show up, and it just didn't. That can happen. The other way in is the Secret Garden, but I never got the Secret Garden key. The other one from the note we got down in the basement is the greenhouse. Now that one's not going to do anything for us unless we find it, and we so far have never found a greenhouse. But at least we have 3 potential ways into this room. If we can get into this room, we're home free. We can open the north door without any help from the basement key, but we could also use the basement key if that comes up. There's just a lot we can do. So I think we have to push it to another day. That's what's going to happen here. Hey, look at that. Broken lever. This is useful for some stuff. Maybe with my steps, what could I do with these? Head back and see what. I don't think there's anything else I could see if I head back out. I could try... I can't really open any more doors because they're all locked. Right? Like this, the door here is locked, and there is locked, and there is locked, and I have no keys. There's no other doors I haven't opened. Yep, I think this one's done. I think this one's donezo. Yeah. You know what? Here's what we're gonna do. Feed that piggy bank, baby. It's gonna keep doing that. that feels like cheating. I didn't know you could do that. Okay, we just dropped like 10 in there. So yeah, this is the point I got to in my first run where I had gotten all the things I needed to win. I didn't have as many as I do in this run. This is a much luckier run. Or at least I don't need as good of luck to win in this run. But in a previous run, I think by day 15 or 16, I had enough to win, but it took several more days to get the luck I needed. That could happen. So today was, you know, mediocre luck. We got like 5 out of 6 things we needed. We just didn't get that last piece. So that's the end of it. We have to stop there. Maybe tomorrow we win. We'll find out. Also, FYI, once I get to room 46, I'll probably keep the runs going. I'll probably keep this series going because there's more to this game. But I'll tell you more about that when we actually get into room 46, which may be tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everybody. I've been the host with the most, Key of W, and you've been whoever you are. Bye.